What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. It is our final transfer update that's daily throughout the summer transfer window. What a summer it has been. So a big thank you to everybody that has tuned in, everybody that's interacted, left a thumbs up, checked out my sponsors, subscribed, and just shown any general support to my channel. It is much appreciated. You are all absolute legends. And yes, I will be back with daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the winter transfer window in January. So before I do crack on with this video, do make sure if you haven't already, then do subscribe. That would be much appreciated. We've got plenty of Manchester City content to get through throughout the season. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, once more, leave a thumbs up, like goal 500 likes, any help towards that would be greatly appreciated. Do let me know your thoughts as well on what you make of these transfers in the comments below. Lastly, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. If you want to go and check them out, then the link is in the description. Anyone that does check out OneFootball, using my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel, and it does keep these videos coming for you guys. So let's have a big roundup then of transfer deadline day. Start off first with Claudio Gomes. He's officially left Manchester City and has joined Palermo over in Italy, so wishing Claudio the very best of luck. It is a permanent contract, so yeah, he's no longer a Manchester City player, but wishing him the very best, of course. Now, moving on, we do have an update on Mbete. He left Manchester City as well, and he has signed for Huddersfield Town, just across the Pennines into Yorkshire, on loan for the season. Wishing Luke the very best of luck at Huddersfield, and hope he goes and smashes it there. That transfer has been in the pipeline for a little while, but City couldn't make it permanent until we had a replacement sorted for our fifth choice centre-back, who's going to provide competition for our first team squad, and that's come in the form of Manuel Akanji, who was signed yesterday. So that's why Luke Mbete can head out on loan to Huddersfield. Now, we've also had some more confirmed transfers. It comes in the form of Samuel Edozie. He has officially signed for Southampton on a permanent transfer. The fee is up to £10 million, according to Mike Monet over at BBC Radio Manchester. A sell-on fee has been applied. A buyback clause is also in there as well, and he has signed a 5-year contract at Southampton. It's a very similar deal that took Romeo Lavia over to Southampton. Samuel Edozie goes and joins him as well. So wishing Sam the very best of luck. And, you know, with the buyback clause in there, it may not be the last time that we do see Samuel in a Manchester City shirt. And the same can be said for Juan Larios as well, as an hour or so later, Southampton announced their deadline day signing of Juan Larios from Manchester City. It is a £6 million flat fee. So the best of luck to Juan on the move, and hope he goes and smashes it at Southampton as well, of course. Not when he's playing against Manchester City. Now, moving on, Bernardo Silva. Very interesting little development happened on transfer deadline day, and Gerard Romero was reporting, and I posted about this on Twitter, saying that Barcelona were trying to get a last-minute massive transfer sorted, and it's turned out that that massive transfer that Barcelona were trying to make happen was Bernardo Silva at Manchester City. Now, Man City were never going to sell Bernardo Silva this late into the window. We were never going to sell Bernardo Silva on transfer deadline day delusional to the highest degree. Now, Barcelona might have been working on that. They might not have, but at the end of the day, it just was never going to happen. It was mega ambitious, and it hasn't come off to nobody's surprise. Now, the latest on this, so Siempre Positivo, who's a podcast covering Barcelona, said that one offer came in for Bernardo Silva this summer, and that offer was not from Spain. It is believed it came from Paris Saint-Germain in France. It is believed that this offer did come very late into the window as well. It came far too late for Manchester City to even contemplate selling, and Bernardo Silva said he had an easy choice to make this summer with no offer from Barcelona. His decision was to stay, and it was an easy choice to make, which is good to hear. Now, Bernardo Silva has been speaking about life at Manchester City and life in Manchester in general, and he said that it is very different to that of what life is like in Portugal. He has said that he is happy in Manchester. He's happy to stay for another season. He's happy to stay if he needs to for the next 2 or 3 seasons, is what he said. Now, them words are very interesting because he's got 3 years left on his contract, and so Manchester City, with how good Bernardo Silva is, clubs out there who he wants to go and join, like Barcelona, realistically aren't going to be able to afford Bernardo until at least next summer. Now, that might not happen next summer. It might go on for another summer after, until he has 1 year left on his contract, when eventually Barcelona might have the finances sorted to fund through a transfer for Bernardo Silva, because the money that was being put out there, they were speaking about 90+ million euros, and so obviously Barcelona have deemed that to be too expensive, and as we go into next summer, if we're working on them averages, we're looking at around 30 million euros per season, so City are still probably going to be asking for north of 60 million euros next summer, which Barcelona, of the stuff they want to get sorted with their squad, may find that a little bit too expensive. So we'll see if they make that their priority or not. The stance from Manchester City is very clear. Man City want Bernardo Silva on a new contract, and if he's happy to sign it, then that to me is one of the best bits of business that we can do in the next 12 months. I was hoping we could get that sorted before transfer deadline day. Get Bernardo on a new deal would be one of the best bits of business that we've done this summer, and this is a summer, of course, that's seen us sign Erling Haaland, but we have also seen Bernardo Silva potentially, he's still not ruling out a move to Barcelona, so he is still hinting that he would like that move, and I wouldn't be surprised in the next 12 to 24 months if Bernardo Silva does leave Manchester City and does join a club in Spain, and that may well be Barcelona. Right now it seems like the most likely club that could be, and if it is down to cultural reasons and being a little bit unsettled and missing the weather and missing the vibe and things like that, then that is completely understandable, and I'm sure he'll want it to make sense on a financial and on a footballing basis as well, so he might be waiting for Barcelona to get right up there to the top in Spain to be competing for Champions League, because right now they are a little bit away from where they want to be, and I'm sure Barcelona over the next 12 to 24 months, the whole reason that they've brought Laporta in is to get that sorted, and right now they are not there. They're trying to make their way there, but they're not there yet. I've not enjoyed the tactics that Barcelona used last summer to try and poach Bernardo Silva. I'm not happy with the tactics that they've used this summer to try and poach Bernardo Silva, and that's going to be a common theme, because next summer when they come for him inevitably again, I'm not going to be happy with their tactics either. And if Bernardo Silva, it does get to that point where he does leave Manchester City, I'm hoping will be a decision that everyone can agree on, a decision that everyone's happy to make, and of course Manchester City now have given themselves time. We've got, if Bernardo Silva is to leave, and I'm sure he would have communicated privately to Manchester City his desires, then Man City do know that they can have a good look around the market and identify players that they would be interested in, that should Bernardo Silva communicate that to Man City next summer, we're in a better position than what we were this summer, where it comes later in the window. You want it done and sorted as early as possible, so that's what Man City need to have a serious consideration about if Bernardo Silva doesn't sign that new contract, which previous reports have said that he will not, so we'll have to wait and see with what happens for Bernardo Silva. This is going to go well beyond, of course, the closing of the transfer window, and this is going to go on now for the next 12 months, you would think, so I'll keep my eyes and ears open with regards to Bernardo Silva. Now, moving on to the ins, we did add a player on transfer deadline day. You might not be fully aware of this, but Fabrizio Romano has said that Manchester City have signed Farid Alfa-Ruptecht I hope I've said his name right there. So Farid Alfa-Ruptecht. He signed from Hamburg. He's an under-17 player. He does also play for the Germany under-17 side as well. He's a winger. Chelsea and Bayern Munich were interested in signing him as well. And Manchester City have beaten both of them to his signature. Manchester City have brought in a player here, definitely one for the future, the German 16-year-old. And I want to firstly welcome Farid to Manchester City. I'm excited to see what he can do. And he, of course, goes into the Manchester City Academy. Great facilities here, great for his development, and we'll see what happens in terms of the coaching, and maybe one day we might see him in and around the Manchester City first team squad and beyond. He might become a first team regular. You never know. So welcome, Farid. Welcome to Manchester City, and hope he has a great time here whilst he is with us. And wish him the very best of luck in settling down, and hopefully he can really hit the ground running and impress everybody. So there we go. That has been my daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout the whole summer transfer window, coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed the series, guys, and of course we'll be back in January with the same series running daily every single day whilst the transfer window is open. So if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Manchester City transfer news, as well as the latest news, previews, reviews, live watch-alongs, vlogs, and all the latest Manchester City content, make sure you have subscribed to my channel. 28k subscribers is the aim, less than 800 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 500 likes once more is the aim. Most importantly, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Lastly, do go and check out today's video sponsor, OneFootball, link in the description, and also in the comments as well if you want to go and download the OneFootball app. It's a free app to download. Anyone that does download OneFootball using my link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. It does keep these videos coming for you guys, and also OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, the latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, and all your good footballing needs. Do go and check that out, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next Manchester City video, as we'll be doing a live watch along of the Premier League game between Aston Villa and Manchester City. The link to that will already be out, or be out very soon. 5 PM I'll be going live BST, so I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Bidding a peace. Ciao for now to my daily Manchester City transfer updates for the summer of 2022. Thank you for watching.